This is Ocean's Moonlit Pathways, and I'm Miss MJXOXO. This reading is on Wendy Williams. But before I start, here is my disclaimer. Everything I say in this reading is alleged. My readings are for entertainment purposes only. Tarot card readings, oracle card readings are subject to interpretation, and they should not be taken as absolute. Let's go. So Wendy Williams. This is about luxury. She's someone that was afforded a luxurious lifestyle. It looks like she's someone who loves expensive things. She loves to shop. She's really into fashion. I'm getting the energy of designer, labels. She loves labels, names, Gucci, Prada, Fendi. That energy. She probably has a pet. She has a pet that she really loves. I'm picking up the energy on that. But she's somebody who was, like I said, afforded a luxurious lifestyle. She loves luxury. She loves fashion. She loves labels, designer brands, loves to shop. But I don't know, she probably dealt with like anxiety, maybe having issues with sleeping, insomnia. I get the energy of like mental health issues. This also gives me the energy of homelessness. Like, that looks like a homeless person who basically lost everything. And just because you're homeless, it doesn't mean that you're like living on the street. It's kind of like you're displaced. You're not home. You're not in a place that feels like home. Look at all of the belongings that surrounds this person. So I'm getting the energy of like a homeless person being in a space that does not feel like home, being displaced. And this gives me the energy of like her husband. This is all alleged. Her husband with his side piece. The Lovers is about business, is about partnerships, choices in love, major choices in love. This could have been like her husband having this other woman led her to make a major choice in getting a divorce. This is like third party energy. I also get the energy of like somebody doing things out in the open. Like, you're not even secretive about sneaking around. You're not sneaking around. You're not doing anything privately or secretly. It's like you're out in the open, publicly embarrassing your partner by being with someone else. Is the energy I'm picking up from this. I feel like Wendy, she is a Cancer, so she probably has intuitive gifts. She could be a priestess, this is the Hierophant. Well, I picked up the energy of the High Priestess naturally, and she is a Cancer. The Hierophant is actually a Taurus. If I'm not mistaken, they're a teacher, spiritual leader. So there could be some elements of spirituality, teaching. This is about social groups. Marriage can play a part, and even with this, marriage. But I feel like Wendy could have been or is someone who's pretty wise. People probably go to her for wise advice, wise counsel. Maybe she has gone to someone, but I feel like she is like an innovator, an influencer. And I feel like a lot of younger people may look up to her and reach out to her for wisdom. They receive wisdom from her. They receive lessons, especially young people who are into like blogging and gossip columns and things like that. They look at Wendy as someone who's filled with wisdom. They look at her as an inspiration. This gives me like her husband's energy, or even like a male executive. Somebody who, it could be a Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, a earth sign male. This could even be Wendy's energy. She could have masculine energy, whereas they're the go-getter, they're the boss. But I remember people saying like her husband was the businessman. He made all the plans in their relationship. And I feel like he may have, this is all alleged, have a hand in her demise. God bless. He's the shot caller, the boss. He makes the financial decisions, is the energy I'm receiving. This also gives me her husband's energy. And I get the energy of like taking money, underhanded practices, looking through the books, trying to figure out what's like, get your cut. I'm even getting the energy of someone who could be like manipulating papers, manipulating documents. Like if you have a will, you have insurance documents or something like that. Now you're manipulating the papers to make it go in your favor or to get your cut of the funds. Maybe even to give to a lover. Somebody taking money to give to a lover type of thing. But Wendy created a legacy for her family. She created comfort, stability, a special lifestyle, a beautiful lifestyle that they normally would not have had it not been for her. She seems like she could be a very family-oriented person. She's really invested in family. I also asked for clarification on this Four of Pentacles. That's also jealousy. So, all alleged, her husband could be a very jealous person. He could be very jealous and clingy. Wendy could have been that type of person. But I'm getting a male energy that her husband could have been jealous and clingy. But it's so crazy how a person could be jealous and clingy when it's not them. They could do their thing, but when time comes for you to do your thing, they want to like watch you like a hawk. They want to be the protector and stop you from doing you. You know what I'm saying? That's the energy I'm picking up. But I'm getting a lot of underhanded practices, meddling with books, meddling with personal documents and stuff like that. And when I asked for clarification, it's interesting that this came out. That's trickery, lies, deceit, underhanded practices, sabotage. Issues with the mind. So I get the energy of lies, trickery, lies, deceit, right? So lying about things, stealing things, stealing money is the energy I'm picking up. And this caused Wendy to be stagnant. So I really get the strongest energy that, like I said, all alleged, this is all based on the tarot cards, not my personal opinion or personal knowledge. None of this is factual, but this situation caused Wendy to be stagnant. This is also a sacrifice card. I get the energy of Wendy sacrificing everything for her family, but I also get the energy of a spiritual sacrifice, somebody sacrificing her. And once again, I feel like whatever she was going through with the divorce really had her up at night. It really had her stressed out. The relationship with this other woman, the relationship that her husband had with the other woman was very triggering. It could have caused mental health issues. It could have created anxiety. I'm getting the energy of like, even with this, when things hit the news or the media, it really exacerbated is the word I'm hearing. Her mental health issues, her sleep issues. She has really been stressed. And I feel like even the stagnation that could have been caused by her career, the stagnation in her career, like all of this led to stagnation, and this stagnation also stressed her out. So whatever she's going through right now, it's so overwhelming, it's so stressful, and I feel like it's speeding up like a mental decline. This gives me the energy of like being drugged. This is defeat. This is abuse, self-sabotage, but also just sabotage. You know, feeling defeated in a situation. I get the energy of somebody probably drugging her, or people feeding her negative information. It's like fighting your demons. So I don't know if she has any substance abuse issues or anything like that, but I feel like she is even in a period where she's fighting her own demons and trying to overcome whatever other personal issues she may have. But I also feel like it's people feeding her negative information or feeding her some type of information that isn't healthy. Look, spiritual attack, spiritual warfare, curses and hexes. Someone sent her black magic to destroy her life. There could be a criminal case. She could be dealing with a Chapter 11. Maybe she could be headed towards bankruptcy. The eviction, I don't know if she lost her apartment in New York or her home in Jersey. I don't know what she has gone through. But these are things that she could be battling. There could be a court case that she may lose, or hopefully, look, law not in your favor. So there could be a court case that does not necessarily go in her favor, God forbid. Somebody could end up going to jail, or maybe she feels imprisoned right now. It was a sacrifice, a Hollywood sacrifice. All this stuff here. She feels hopeless, feeling like nothing good is coming, ready to give up. No chance things will get better, financial ruin. So she could be dealing with some financial issues. She feels like she's going through some bad luck and she's on a losing streak. And there's a fear of what's next. I seen, like I pre-pulled cards. I wonder if it's here. I pre-pull cards and then I kind of pick which cards I want to present and which cards I don't, because I want to limit the amount of time that I use. And I also want to filter out some things. I don't want to expose everything that I see, because some things, you know, I have to have respect for these people. She could be feeling S-word. She could be having these type of thoughts that she doesn't want to be here. There could be some type of federal investigation, some type of police investigation. I feel like the internet is probably doing their work. She's surrounded by fake friends that are really enemies. They talk about her behind her back. She has people in her corner that she may trust or she may feel like love her, but they really don't. They're actually plotting to hurt her. They want to set her up. So people try to set her up, and I feel like that's ultimately how she ended up in the position that she's in right now. Someone has been telling people her business. And once again, I get even the energy of feeding someone information. So it's not even just her. It's just maybe somebody went back and told her husband something and it triggered him. Like maybe she she was doing something to protect her assets or to protect her energy, and someone close to her who was mutually close with her and her husband could have been going back and feeding him information, and it caused him to be irate. This is all alleged, I don't know, but people were talking about her behind her back, and there's people that in her life, in her circle, in her energy, that really didn't really like her. But Wendy is that bitch no matter what. She's highly confident and beautiful. She knows her worth and she charges extra. She doesn't tolerate less than what she deserves. She's highly desired by others. This is an ambitious woman. She's a gold digger. She's a boss. She's a Cancer. Hopefully things will work out in her favor. She could end up going home. Safe return home after a long journey, enjoying the comfort of your home in bed, feeling safe in a warm, peaceful and welcoming environment. Return home after a vacation. So hopefully after everything ends, any lawsuits, any investigations, you know, the whole hashtag free Wendy, hopefully at the end she will be home with her family. There's somebody lying about something. This could be Wendy, what do you say? Maybe she could be exaggerating things, but I also pick up the energy of whoever is handling her finances right now, her conservator or whatever you call those people. They could be sending out fake news. Even once again with the feeding someone fake news, fake information, feeding lies, negativity. So it's a lot of lies and negativity being spread. Right now, Wendy could be dealing with some body issues. This is something that she could have dealt with throughout her life. I had saw binge eating somewhere, so maybe she has like a, not necessarily an eating disorder, but maybe she like binge eats and then lose weight. She probably always looked at her body in some type of negative way, and it says your body deserves your love. So hopefully she is feeding herself with nutritious foods that are healthy, that can keep her happy and keep her in good spirits and a good mood, because even our food impacts our mood, but I feel like it's also impacting her body, and food can also impact your mental health. So it's so important, especially when you hit a certain age, to start eating healthier. And I hope she is investing in self-care. There's a need for self-care. She is someone who loves to pamper herself. She loves the finer things in life. She is a luxurious woman, and it says self-care is a necessity, not a luxury. And I feel like this is her motto, and I feel like whatever she's going through right now is probably preventing her from taking care of herself the way she normally does. You know, like if someone's managing her finances and telling her what she can and can't do, she can't properly pamper herself the way she used to, is the energy I'm picking up, and is the energy of self-care. She wants to be free, and I feel like, you know, I really feel like there could be a happy ending. I feel like she will eventually be free. I hope that, you know, with self-love, pampering, loving yourself, and being confident and faithful, that things will work out in your favor. I feel like she could free herself from whatever cage she's in, from whatever prison she's in right now. But she needs to focus on herself right now. And it says if beating yourself up worked, you'd be thin, rich, and happy. Try loving yourself instead. So there's a need for self-love, self-care. When she looks at her body, she needs to see the beauty within herself. But I also get the energy of her feeling imprisoned, especially in this industry. And whatever she's going through with the conservatorship, and even with the love, freeing herself from her marriage was also beneficial to her mental health, is the energy I'm picking up. And it says career, job dissatisfaction, burnout. So I feel like she was busting her ass. She was dealing with challenges in her career. She wasn't happy with her job. So maybe she wasn't happy with television. I heard somewhere that her true passion is radio. So I feel like maybe she didn't really enjoy TV as much. I feel like she could have been really stressed out. She could have been burnt out, going above and beyond, working hard. I think some type of career transition impacted her in some type of way. Maybe that was the transition from radio to TV. Maybe TV could have been more demanding than radio. And did she lose her mom? I think she lost her mom, and I feel like this is greatly impacting her right now. This could still be greatly impacting her. The loss of a loved one. She is still grieving. She is still in mourning. She is coping with bereavement, and she's trying to deal with this death the best way she can in her situation. And once again, look, obesity, anorexia, binge eating. This is all alleged, but the body, there's a message about how she views herself and her body. So that is something. The family is feuding over her estate, conservatorship, family feuds over money. So even outside of her family feuding with the conservator, I feel like they're feuding also with each other over money. Everyone feels entitled to something. And there's people in her circle that she cannot trust. Somebody's going to jail. Somebody's going to prison. She could feel like she's in jail. She could feel imprisoned with this conservatorship. It says heavily engages in illegal activities despite popularity and wealth. This could be related to her husband or even the conservator. This is all alleged. Like I said, this is based on the cards, not my personal opinion or fact. And somebody's going to be under in federal investigation if they're not already. It says don't discuss personal life. So Wendy could be a very private person. She's secretive. She avoids too much attention and paparazzi. So it's funny how someone who loves to gossip about people, you know, I'm like, that's why I don't enjoy gossiping about people. I really don't enjoy doing these readings, honestly speaking. But I am a private person. But it's funny how maybe Wendy loved doing gossip, but she does not want to be spoken about herself. It says gatekeeper. So there's someone who could have blackballed her. There was a gatekeeper that could have blackballed her at some point. This could have to do with like a movie or a documentary, a book or something like that. This could be her own professional success, but something was number one, a documentary, maybe a movie. This could even be related to a book. Wendy is disliked by peers. It's a lot of people in the industry that don't like her. Obviously, she's telling people's business. There are going to be people who don't appreciate that. She could be in fear for her life. God bless her, and please protect her during these trying times. Someone is paying people to stay silent or using forceful tactics to maintain control and power. Somebody has abused their power. Someone's manipulative, controlling, domineering, and abusive. I get the energy. This is all alleged of her husband and her conservator. But she's also loved by her peers and she's favored in the industry. So as much as people dislike that she spreads their business, spreads their information, as much as people in the industry don't like that she gossips, there are a lot of people who absolutely love Wendy and, you know, they hold her in high regard. Somebody has the police in their back pockets. There's dirty cops. There's a badge for hire. Somebody's a double agent. That person who's this is the double agent. I don't know who it is. I didn't ask for clarification, but I feel like it could be. I picked up the energy of multiple people, but this raven, crow, whatever type of bird that is, that's a double agent to me. They're playing both sides of the fence. Number one. Number two, I also get the energy of underhanded practices with law in general, not just with police, attorneys, judges, and things of that nature. I feel like Wendy right now is questioning every single decision she ever made in her life. She's feeling very regretful. Her family members steal money from her, allegedly. She has a lot of fake friends and she's made some fake alliances. And there are people who are working against her who have fake alliances. So I'm picking up the energy of somebody who may actually fold. Like they may, like even though they're not doing the right thing, they may turn their back on the person that they have an alliance with against Wendy. So they may end up folding and supporting Wendy or helping her ultimately in the end. But there could be an NDA that's about to expire. So somebody will publicly speak about a situation and expose the truth about something. This could be about Wendy, or this could even be Wendy Williams having information on someone. At some point, she could end up speaking out against her ex-husbands. There's blackmail, bribery, extortion involved in her situation. It says that she could have lost the battle, but she will win the war. So hopefully she will be home with her family at some point, feeling healthy and happy. God bless her. Look, jealous friends team up against you. And we picked up that energy earlier. Wendy's going on a mental decline. And I feel like people have been drugging her, number one. And then number two, I feel like this conservatorship, feeling jailed, feeling imprisoned. You are stuck in a space, confined in a space where all you can really do is think. You can't really go anywhere, do anything, say anything, talk to anyone. All you really have are like the four walls in your space and your thoughts. And I feel like, once again, this plays a significant role in her situation. Your thoughts. That's what's putting her on a mental decline also is the energy I'm getting. So this plays many roles. This is actual people. This is her thoughts, self-sabotage, your mind getting the best of you and stuff like that. Look, medication caused adverse side effects. So whatever medication she could have been taking is also impacting her in some type of way. And I feel like this is medication that was fed to her. It's not actually medication that she's required or needs to take in any way. This could be like someone drugging you, slipping something in your tea, slipping something in your food or something like that. A genuinely good person. So Wendy is a genuinely good person with a beautiful spirit. And for some reason, I'm picking up the energy of her niece. Also, the niece that's been advocating for her. I'm picking up her energy when I see this card. I don't know her, but that's the energy she came to mind. It says loved and supported by friends and family. So Wendy has family members and friends who truly, genuinely love her and want the best for her. Wendy is an alpha female. She's spicy, she's hot, she's caliente. She doesn't have an attitude. She's got a personality that a lot of people can't handle. She's an alpha female. I'm also picking up the energy of a jealous male, like her husband. I feel like I said this earlier with this, I think it's the Four of Pentacles husband. This is jealousy, clinginess. He was jealous of her success, and especially when she separated herself and separated her finances, that increased the jealousy. And he's also jealous where maybe he didn't want her to be with other people. Like, I could be with other women, but you can't be with another man. But she's an alpha female. She takes charge. She's unconventional. She's a nonconformist. Wendy is a powerful woman. She's dynamic. She's unstoppable. She's assertive, hot-tempered, passionate, and funny. She could even have fire in her chart, even though she's a water sign. But even that crab energy as a Cancer, clip, 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 you see the claws will grip you and rip your skin, you know what I'm saying? But look, the breakup, separation, divorce, I feel like she has some inner child. And even with the weight thing, I feel like there's some inner child healing that she needs, some type of childhood trauma that she may have dealt with. And I feel like the divorce brought up, like, caused some type of childhood trauma to resurface for her to reface. So these are probably all the things that she's going through right now while she's in isolation. Letting go of what no longer serves you. That relationship no longer serves her. Maybe even a TV show. People, release, unburden, liberation. She feels free now, even though she is in prison. Leaving her husband and probably leaving the Wendy Williams show on television was freeing for her, is the energy I'm picking up. You know, with the gossip, people see her as a mean girl, and there are also mean girls in her circle, people who she thinks were her friends that are not. And it says that she right now could be in a conflict that's hard to resolve. She could have exaggerated the truth in some instances, and people could be exaggerating the truth about her. She could be emotionally immature at times, and once again with the jealousy and bullying, her husband could have been very jealous of her, and he could have had a bullying nature to him. Wendy is a boss, B-I-T-H. We've seen that many a time. She's goal-oriented. She's a black-owned business. She's black-owned business owner. She's very ambitious. And she has a lot of moral support. A lot of people are sending her well wishes. And she's grateful. And she's showing love. And people are showing her love. Her mouth is slick. She probably has some air energy. I'm getting the Queen of Swords energy. She has a slick mouth when she's ready. She's super witty and sassy. She's black, classy, and a bit sassy. Hello. I feel like I'm not necessarily picking up Cancer energy, but she's in a battle right now. She's trying to survive, and she could be dealing with a decline in her health. Her health could not be at the best, and she is super angry, annoyed, and aggravated. And this also gives me the energy of her niece that advocates for her. This young woman favors her niece in some ways. Her niece could be very angry, annoyed, aggravated. This could also be Wendy Williams energy. And the bad intentions, the bad vibes. This, I should just keep this at the forefront. This plays a significant role. This is the bad intentions, this is darkness that's looming around her. The hexes, the curses, the spiritual warfare, her feeling backstabbed. She was betrayed, violence. So she could have dealt with domestic violence in her connection, especially with all the swords that we've seen. Somebody's evil. Her husband, this is all alleged, but right now she is dealing with deep sorrow, sadness. She's feeling lost. She could have lost a lot of money. She's lost her happiness. She's lost her peace. She's dealing with a lot of sadness. Things can and will get better. Don't forget that things can and will get better, Wendy. And I feel like there's going to be a happy ending in this story, I pray, as far as her being free and going back home with her family. But let's keep her in our thoughts and prayers. Free Wendy Williams. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. And thank you for my subscribers who have been patient with me when I take these long pauses to create new videos. I really appreciate everyone's love and support. Thank you so much for watching. Happy healing, everyone. Bye.